And are you the same Tiffany Mitchell that filed petitioner's motion for contempt and other relief in this court on January 23rd of this year?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. And in that motion, you made a request that Mr. Mitchell be held in contempt for failure to pay child support timely, failure to pay aftercare expenses, failure to provide proof of life insurance, and failure to maintain health care for the minor child, correct?
Correct.
So as to not belabor the court, attached to that petition was your final judgment and decree, which was entered into DeKalb County March 14th of 2019. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. And also, per that decree, how much was Mr. Mitchell ordered to pay each month?
$500.
Okay. And so based on your petition, you verified that in 2021, he made all child support payments except for $2,000. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that in 2022, he made all child support payments except for $3,650. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I'm sorry. Let me go back. 2021 was all but 2,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do this real quick. I see Miss Zimmerman on my side. Miss Zimmerman, you are free to leave. Did we have another mediator with us, Miss Marsh? Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, both of you are free to leave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So you said 21 was 2,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. And what was the next question?
I'm sorry, 2022 was 3,650.
3,650?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you acknowledge that to be correct, Ms. Mitchell?
Yes. Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
That's where I left off. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Mitchell, in your petition, you stated that in 2023, he paid all child support except for $5,400, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And for 2024, has he paid any payments?
No.
Okay.
No.
So that would be $500 per month times 4 months at $2,000 for this month, correct? I mean, for this year, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And Your Honor, for the court's reference, we add that total to be $14,050. That's outstanding for child support.
Okay.
Now, Ms. Mitchell, you also stated in your petition that Mr. Mitchell has failed to pay aftercare as ordered by the divorce petition. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Has he made any payments toward aftercare at all?
No, not since 2021.
And how long has Winter been attending aftercare?
Since kindergarten, since 2021.
Okay. And in your petition, the number that you gave was $4,750 as of the third week of January. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now that $4,750, is that the total that you paid or is that his half?
That's the total that I paid, so he would be responsible for half.
Okay. And since the third week of January, has he made any payments toward the aftercare?
No, he has not.
And Your Honor, we've calculated that at 12 weeks since then. I'm sorry, before going there, Ms. Mitchell, how much do you pay for aftercare?
$60 per week.
Okay. And so, Your Honor, we've calculated 12 weeks at $60 a week for a total of $720 since the filing of the petition. And coupled with the previous, that totals $54.70 total. Mr. Mitchell's responsibility would be $27.35 of that.
I'm sorry, what was the total? 50 what?
$5,470 that my client is paid.
And his half is?
Responsibility will be $2,735.
Okay.
And Ms. Mitchell, you also stated that per the divorce decree, Mr. Mitchell was supposed to provide life insurance of $150,000 for Winter's benefit, correct?
That's correct.
And have you made a request to him to provide proof of that?
I made a request in 2023 and he was not able to provide proof.
And when you say he was not able to, what do you mean?
He just avoided the request at first, and then he stated that he changed jobs and he needed to do some research as to why he never received the benefit package for her.
Okay. And also, lastly, you stated that he failed to maintain health insurance as ordered by the court. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And when did you learn that Winter was not covered under his health insurance?
The same time I found out about the life insurance policy benefits, and the response was the same. He changed jobs and needed to do some research about the policy. He later told me that she would be reinstated in January of this year, of 2024.
And to your knowledge, has she been reinstated?
Yes, he did provide me with a card for 2024.
Okay. And during the time that you did not have a card, did you obtain health insurance for her?
I didn't find out till the end of the year, so no. I just paid whatever medical appointments that she had out of pocket and sent him a bill to pay 50%, which he did.
Okay. All right. And just quickly, Ms. Mitchell, I'm going to show you, Your Honor, may I have permission to share my screen?
Yes. Yes, you can, Ms. Marshall.
Yes, ma'am, she's ready.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall.
Thank you.
And Ms. Mitchell, I'm showing you what was marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. I'm going to scroll just really quickly and ask you if you recognize Plaintiff's 1.
Yes.
And can you state for the court what Plaintiff's 1 is?
I'm sorry, if I can state for the court what? I apologize.
What Plaintiff's 1, what the document is?
Oh, this is our Cash App record. So for our child support order, part of our divorce decree, he pays child support via Cash App.
Okay. And so is this a true and accurate screenshot of Cash Apps between 2022 and 2023 that he's paid both child support and any extracurricular activities?
Yes, this is an account for any money that I've received from him.
Okay. And just to be clear, there's no after school on here, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You're not moved to admit Plaintiff's Exhibit 1?
Plaintiff's Exhibit 1, so admitted. For the after-school care, did you ever make any requests for the after-school care?
Yes, I've made several requests. Actually, yes.
Okay, thanks. He wants to admit it.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then also, Ms. Mitchell, I'm going to show you what I've marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 2 and ask you if you recognize this document.
Yes, I do.
And can you state for the court what Plaintiff's 2 is?
Yes, this is a record of the money that I've paid for after school since Winter started elementary school in 2021.
Okay, and is this a true and accurate copy of her aftercare expenses since 2021?
Yes, it is.
Bless you. Okay. And based on this document ends, I believe, in August of 2023. Does Winter still attend aftercare?
Yes, she does. They changed their system, so they don't have an online one now. So I just pay with a money order. So they weren't able to provide me with any record. But yes, I pay $60 per week for Winter to attend aftercare.
Okay, all right. And then just two more documents for the court's record. I'm going to show you what I've marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3. Do you recall that we sent a subpoena to Gwinnett County Public Schools for Mr. Mitchell's financial information and school records?
Yes.
And is it your understanding Mr. Mitchell is employed by Gwinnett County School District?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I'm going to show you the document I've marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3. And Your Honor, along with this, I apologize due to timeliness. Along with this, I will submit the certification as well, because we do have the certification from Gwinnett County showing that the records are certified. Plaintiff's Exhibit 3 is the beneficiary designations for Mr. Mitchell's medical, and I'm sorry, not medical insurance, life insurance. And Ms. Mitchell, do you know who Gail Mitchell is?
That's his mother.
Okay. And the percentage to be paid is how much?
100%.
Okay. And then there's also listed a secondary beneficiary, and that person, sorry. Okay. There is a secondary beneficiary listed, and that is your daughter, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And so she is a beneficiary only if his mother is not there, correct, as a secondary.
Yes, that's correct.
Understood. And finally, Ms. Mitchell, I'm going to show you what I have marked, as Plaintiff's Exhibit 4. Again, from the documents we received from Gwinnett County. Do you recall seeing these documents once we received them from Gwinnett County?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate copy of Mr. Mitchell's 2023 W-2 and his paycheck history from Gwinnett County?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Your Honor, I would move to admit Plaintiff's Exhibit 4.
And it's for so admitted.
Okay. And Ms. Mitchell, based on
Point, you believe that he still works for for Gwinnett. He's still employed.
he's still employed with Gwinnett County. His most recent
Sorry, Ms. Johnson.
paycheck.
Ms. Johnson, let me ask that of Ms. Mitchell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, Your Honor.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. He is still employed with Meadow Creek High School in Gwinnett County.
All right, thank you. P4 so admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Mitchell, based on his paycheck history, is it your position and belief that Mr. Mitchell has had the ability to pay child support and to assist with aftercare and has chosen not to do so?
Yes, that is correct.
And in relation to the amount that Mr. Mitchell earns, can you just state for the court how much you earn per month?
I just actually started working. So so for the beginning of the year, I was making $0, and I just started working again. So per month, I make about $6,000.
Okay, all right. And final question, Ms. Mitchell, how much did you pay for attorney services for filing this motion for contempt?
I think it comes out to about $2,300.
And at the time that you made the payment, you weren't employed, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And what was your source of funds for your attorney's fees?
Savings, my savings account.
Okay. And in addition to the attorney's fees, you also had to pay a private processor of $110. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And we also paid Gwinnett County Schools for those records $143.65. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Sorry, how much were those fees?
$143.65 for the subpoena, and then $110 to serve Mr. Mitchell. And Your Honor, I stated in my presence as an officer of the court that the fees that Ms. Mitchell paid to our office are standard and customary. I've been an attorney practicing in family law for approximately 17 and a half years. Ms. Mitchell actually did pay a flat fee of $2,500 for the contempt and additional fees of $110 to serve Mr. Mitchell, as well as $143.65 for the subpoena. And we're asking the court to reimburse her in a total of $2,753.65 pursuant to OCGA 1962.
Can you give me that number again?
$2,753.65 pursuant to 1962. Now, Ms. Mitchell, other than the child support, aftercare, life insurance, and the health care, which has now been addressed, has Mr. Mitchell been in contempt of any other items from your final divorce decree?
We have had some issues over the years as far as the schedule, as far as pickup. Actually, in 2021, I retained you because he did not pick her up from school. And, we've had an instance like that, I think, twice over the last couple of years. So,
Okay, Ms. Mitchell, you mentioned the letter from 2021. I'm going to show you what I've marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 5 and ask you to identify this document. Okay. Ms. Mitchell, can you see what's been marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 5?
yes.
Okay. And do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
Can you state for the court what P5 is?
In 2021, Mr. Mitchell had already started not paying child support and was not helping with aftercare. Then we had an incident where the school called me because he did not pick up Winter, my daughter, on
Hold
his
on.
designated weekend.
Hold on. Before you begin testifying, can you just identify the document first?
Oh, it's a notification that you sent to Mr. Mitchell in regard to being in contempt of our decree.
Okay. And is this a true and accurate copy of the letter that we prepared for your office that was sent out to Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, it is.
Okay. You're not moved to admit Plaintiff's Exhibit 5?
Okay, plaintiffs 5. So admitted. Miss Mitchell, are you going by Drumgo or Mitchell? Because I think I'm calling you Mitchell.
Mitchell. I go by Mitchell. That's my legal name.
Oh, okay.
Drumgo's
Okay.
my maiden name.
Okay. When I saw it there, I was like, okay, I think I've been calling her Mitchell. All right. Sorry. All right. Keep going.
Okay. And so, Ms. Mitchell, just really briefly, so this was sent in 2021, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And take your attention here to paragraph 1. And based on paragraph 1, it said that as of September 2021, he was already in arrears of $1,750, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And also you mentioned extracurricular fees, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Too. And then going to paragraph 3, you mentioned the aftercare.
Yes.
Okay. And per this letter, it said he had failed to pay aftercare since May of 2021. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And so Mr. Mitchell was aware that he had these obligations and he continued to not pay them, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And final question, to your knowledge, has Mr. Mitchell been employed from the time of your divorce until the present with Meadow Creek High School?
No, not from the time of our divorce. He was not.
Okay. Unemployed.
He was with DeKalb County schools when we got divorced. And then it was just brought to my attention, I guess he was terminated with DeKalb County schools and then applied and got on with Gwinnett County schools.
Do you know how long he was not employed?
So he didn't receive pay, from my understanding, for 90 days. I guess he fought the termination and they went back and paid him for the 3 months where he was not employed. But at the time, he did not receive payment for 3 months.
And when was that?
From what I have been told, it was in 2022.
Okay. So he was unemployed and not receiving money for 3 months in 2022, but then he got that money back, and then he also began working as well, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So to your knowledge, he has had the ability to pay and chosen not to pay, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So what are you asking the court to do as far as the outstanding amounts that are owed to you? The $14,050 for child support, $2,735 for aftercare, the failing to provide proof of the life insurance for your daughter, the failure to maintain the health care, and for your attorney's fees. What are you asking the court to do?
I'm asking that he be made responsible for paying what's in arrears that he hasn't paid and the attorney's fees. A payment plan or overtime would be fine, but I would just like to, receive the money that, I've put out for taking care of our child.
Okay. And are you also asking the court to enter an income deduction order for his failure to pay?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all we have, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, your motion is granted. If you'll prepare an order.
Yes, Your Honor.
On the insurance, I don't think we can specifically indicate for him to put the daughter on that insurance. We can, however, indicate that he has 10 days to provide insurance. You can reference that he may choose that route, or he can get another plan. But I don't think I could specifically tell him which one to use, but just give him 10 days to do so.
Yes, Your Honor. And I assume, Your Honor, just send it over in Word and leave blank as far as how it's to be paid and that
How what is to be paid?
how the arrears would be paid and the timeline. Should I leave that blank for the court?
Yes. What was your request?
We know it's a pretty large sum of money. I wanted him to have to pay a purge amount for my petition. My petition requested that he be responsible for all of it or be incarcerated. In the interest of fairness and reasonableness, I would ask that he be required to pay a purge amount of at least half within at least 30 days, and then adding an additional amount on the child support moving forward.
So the total that you're asking for is how much?
The total is, I'm gonna add the three together. So let me just add them together real quick. The total is $19,538.65.
So we could request $9,553.65 as a purge, and then afterwards you'll pay an additional $1,000 per month, which is to include the child support and all the other current charges.
Okay. Okay. I'll prepare that and send it over, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'll take care. All right. So now we'll go to Slocum. First of all, my son been on my insurance over 15 years. Quarter in New York. He forgot his mother passed. My other kids didn't need it because their mother support them and don't need my little bit. You're the only one. I'll call you to see what's going on. That's what you wrote.
But that wasn't about insurance. That was just money because Alexis kept asking me for money and money.
What money would she be trying to threaten you to get out of you?
I don't know, to be honest. She lost her job. I don't know. When she lost her job, that's when she really pushed.